This is Feed Your Mind, and so things are heating up in the Russia-Ukraine situation. Russia is warning the U.S. and allies to stop supplying Ukraine with weapons. They're saying that if they continue to supply Ukraine with weapons, there's going to be unpredictable consequences. So this is a clear threat to escalate things. And so Biden and his administration have been saying they don't want to get involved in the Russia conflict. They want to stay on the sidelines and stand down. And they clearly are saying they don't want to get involved because things could get messy if they get involved. So now, well, basically they thought they could say that and still supply weapons, though. They thought they could say, well, we're not going to send troops, but we are going to supply Ukraine with weapons. So you are taking sides. It's like if you're if there's something going on and you're supplying your ally with weapons, it's like you're involved. It's like you can't sit there and supply weapons to your ally and say that you're not going to get involved, because clearly you're involved. So Russia's calling the U.S. out on that and saying, well, basically, if you continue to supply weapons, then we're going to consider that as U.S. is involved, whether you sent troops or not. So things could escalate very quickly on this threat, and it could happen anytime. Like, it all depends on if the U.S. stands down on sending weapons or not. I mean, and also if Russia is bluffing or not. Now, I know a lot of you out there are looking at this whole thing as a distraction or some type of, you don't believe anything you see on TV and stuff. But look, I'm analyzing this because this could be a real thing, like as far as when it doesn't matter about the behind the scenes things. Like, if Russia and the U.S. are together really behind the scenes and all that, that's irrelevant for right now, just because if they go to war publicly, even if it is WWF, it doesn't matter. They're going to war. The people get sent. People, they could reinstate the draft. People could end up fighting with each other with weapons while the elite go hide out in their bunkers. So they call the shots, they call the orders. You see what happens when officials start ordering people to comply with things. When officials and authority figures order compliance, things happen in real life. Like with the whole thing that went around, that was in the air, the thing that we can't talk about, where with all the mandates and stuff. Well, basically with that stuff, no matter what you think about it, if it's real or not, I mean, that affected people's lives. So let's continue this discussion. And now we can see that there can be some real consequences with these countries going at it, whether it's real or not. So there has been people on the Biden team that have been calling for, well, I don't know if they're from the Biden team or from the NATO, but there's been calls after Putin said what he said as far as sending weapons. There's been people in NATO and in other places, I believe, where they were saying go ahead and continue to send more weapons and increase offense and continue to push back and go stronger, basically, is what I've been hearing some authorities saying. It's like they want something to kick off. And this could all be a tool that they can use to really reset this world if they want to take it there. It's like there's a lot of things coming out that I've been paying attention to behind the scenes that I can't discuss, and things are getting loud. And it has to do with, I think I could say laptop. and other things in that, in that area. So there's been a lot of things happening behind the scenes where it looks like it's just chaos and out of control. It's like, how much power do they really have? Because you see things like that coming out, and is that all like acting too? Like, who knows? But I just know that it doesn't look good that all that stuff's coming out, and they've been trying to not talk about that for so long, but now it's getting louder and louder. And there's a trial even coming up in May with a lawyer that has to do with an official. I'm not going to say any names really or nothing right now, but there's some things moving pretty quick. And then there's a battle for Twitter right now, because there is a battle for truth. I know a lot of people were saying, like, forget Elon Musk and all that. I know that's true. Look, when it comes to truth, though, when it comes to a platform for people to speak truth, it's just like Google. It's like, do you trust Google? Do we love Google? No, we don't, right? We don't love how they behave or anything, but we're still on YouTube. Google owns YouTube, right? So it's like, if Elon Musk transforms Twitter, it's not like I'm going to be on Twitter or nothing like that. It's just, I'm on Twitter, but not like that. I'm usually on there automatically, actually. And, but I always value truth, and I understand the importance of truth. The battle for truth is a very serious battle to me, and it should be serious to anybody else, because truth matters. And we'll see if he makes if Twitter becomes a truth platform. It feels good to know that there's a platform out there along with the others, but a mainstream platform where, there could even be more to that whole thing than what because they're also talking about possible emails and computer, access to a lot of data that Twitter might have. So, and who's been involved in shutting people's speech down. See, speech is very important. It's very important to be able to have freedom of speech on mainstream platforms. And however it gets accomplished, I'm all for that battle, specifically that battle. And so if this thing escalates with the war, first of all, like I said, if there comes to be a free speech platform very soon, that's going to change the game. There's going to be a lot of things. That's why I'm saying, like, with this whole Russia thing, I don't know if they're trying to beat that, if they're going to try to just shut down the communications or what. But it's like, I feel like there's information that they're trying to stop, because they've been having that's been the main thing. And I think it could be related to what's going on in Russia. Like we said, I mean, who knows? They're probably behind the scenes, all on the same side of the team. But then again, when it comes to the red and the blue team, when it comes to America, the red and the blue side, they're really saying that they're the same. They're the same team as well. It's like the two sides of the same coin. So, either way, they affect our lives. There's one side clearly that's saying, like, with people like the governor of Florida, who is against mandates publicly. And then there's the other side that are saying they want more mandates. So if you're just sitting on the sideline saying, well, I don't trust either of y'all, and then the side that wants to enforce strict mandates gets more and more power, then what? Like, it's like, okay, you're saying I want to stand down, but their decisions are affecting our lives like more than ever now. But anyways, I don't know if this is all related or not. It looks like it probably is. Like, they're trying to get some serious conflict going with the world. And look, I've even heard a Biden ally saying that he's ready to send troops. He wants to send troops and get involved. It's like they want to get involved. It's like, I don't know. We're going to have to just wait and see. But I do have some serious information I'm going to be dropping on my Feature My 2 channel related to the situation. So make sure you have your notification bell and you're subscribed at Feed Your Mind too, because I'm going to drop something this week that really alerted me to something, because I was on the fence as far as whether it looks like this is going to escalate or not. But I came across some information that is very important that you should probably get familiar with while you're trying to decide if this is going to be a big year, if the Great Reset is sooner than later. You know, we're going to figure all that out, and we're going to I'm going to present some information that might, that might help you understand what could be happening right now with everything and why everything's escalating so quickly. So, looks like they're going back and forth with Russia. I mean, they sunk a Russian ship. The Ukrainians sunk a Russian ship. So I really believe it looks like Russia has just had enough with U.S. supplying weapons, because they're losing ships. It sounds like they're putting up quite a fight, the Ukrainians, with the quite a resistance. Now look, I'm analyzing this once again, just as it is at times, because I can't really get nowhere if I'm just saying, oh, it's all fake. I'm not gonna really, because I know for sure, like I said, there's a book called Morals and Dogma by the Freemasons that engineered 3 world wars. They want three of them, and it's going to be used to bring in a new system, a new world. I can't even say it. I can't even finish that sentence, but because, these platforms pick up on those types of things. But you know what I was going to finish saying? The new world what? Yeah. So they want a great reset. They want to restart something bigger than anything they've done before. And it looks like they're working on getting that done. And they have an option on the table on this game of life, this chess piece system. So they have this option of war, just like they had an option of the health thing. They have all these options. These are real options that they have at their disposal. So we're gonna continue to cover the situation when there's major developments in this whole thing. So when there's major developments, we're gonna cover the situation and see what happens from it, and brainstorm on it, and see and what we're gonna observe what's going on. So look, I'm gonna leave a link if you want to check out more information about this warning that Russia gave the U.S. And let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is gonna escalate, or do you think it's gonna be a nothing burger? Make sure you subscribe to my free email newsletters. Links in the comment section and the description box. I'm also accepting $1 donations if you want to help keep Feed Your Mind online. I'll also leave links to my social media. Plus, like I said, I'm going to be over at Feed Your Mind 2, dropping some very serious information. So make sure you're subscribed over there with your notification bell on. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Feed Your Mind signing off.